Great game, Deonte. I mean, 30 points. Talk a little bit about how did you feel like you were in the zone, or how did you feel coming out?
Well, coming into the game, like we had practice all this week, so
Right,
playing hard in practice, getting my teammates right, they was helping me get better also.
right,
So that's what
right.
made they helped me play it hard today. So hey, I'm giving credit to them and the coaches.
And the coaches coming out of the last game. That was rough. That was a great game, the
Yeah.
last game. Look, missed some crucial shots down the line. What was the mindset in practice coming out? I mean, you're going, man, you win some good games all year, you lose some close games. Was it tough, or was it just make you even more solid as a
Yeah,
team?
like it really pushed us to practice. We wanted to get better
Yeah,
because we wasn't playing too good, so we went to go work hard every day. We get prepared for them, and we came out the door, so we're doing good.
yeah, you are. I mean, you moved your team into a 5-5 in conference play, which is huge when you start looking at seedings. For the,
Yeah.
I'm sure coaches talked a little bit about that. Not only 30 points, looked like you enjoyed getting your teammates involved. You see Warren and them cutting Christian Adams. Tell me a little bit about how fun it is to give those assists too.
It's fun seeing my teammates cut and they
Yeah.
dunk the ball. So
Oh yeah.
yeah, I like getting them open and stuff too, cause I like seeing smiles on their faces.
Right.
So
Right.
everybody get
Well, and you're talking about that. I've heard a lot of college coaches like yours there, and pro coaches, and even high school coaches saying when the ball gets shared, there's something magical about it. Everybody gets involved. Last question I got before I let you go is, you played hard in 7 once already. What do you remember anything about that game or coming into, Saturday? Talk to me a little bit about that.
It was a tough game the first time, but this time we just got to get prepared.
Right.
They got a lot of big bodies, so
Right.
we got to box out. Play hard on the defensive
Do the
end.
fundamental stuff like
Yeah,
you're saying.
we know we can score on offense, but
Right.
defense is where
Yeah.
we focus on. So
96 points. Shoot, you can score, and y'all been able to play anybody, even the top teams in the,
Yes, sir.
in the conference. Great game tonight. I'm proud of
Thank
you. Hey, go get them against Hardin Simmons,
sir.
okay? We'll get coaching here now. Coach.
Blaze, how we doing?
Great game, Coach Wallace.
Thank
Hey,
you,
that
thank
was
you.
awesome. Every game stressful. First question is, and I'm not going to talk about close loss last
Yep.
game against UT Dallas. I won't talk about it anymore. But, was there any things that you worked on after that in practice, or one or two little things coming into this game?
You
out of
know,
that?
this obviously was a game that was big for us because they're right there with us in the conference standings, and on top of that, they had beat us at their place earlier in the season.
Right.
So, a game that we wanted to really flip the script on and value the basketball a little bit better, which we did. We still had 14 turnovers, but definitely better than the first time around. And we did. We felt the UT Dallas game. Obviously losing that is tough,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
there's no moral victories, but we were hanging, hanging tough with the top team in the conference,
Yeah.
and gave ourselves a chance down the stretch, but obviously didn't come away with a win. But this game we were really locked into the details, and I thought distributed
Yeah.
the scoring pretty well.
Absolutely.
With four guys in double figures.
Yeah,
and,
absolutely.
And some guys that honestly, like Cheese stats don't jump off the board, but he had a great game.
Right.
Just sharing the basketball and making the right play and
Making the right play,
doing
right.
some big things on the defensive end too.
Well, and you talk about our guys in double digit. The first half they only had all five of their dudes starters averaged double digits, and they
Yep.
only had a couple. So
Right.
defensively it looked great.
Yeah.
The first game y'all played against them, it was a good game. Had the lead, I believe, at half. Just it slipped away.
Yep.
What did you take away from that first game going into this game? I don't
know,
want you to
they-
go into the X's and O's, but so you played one person
Yep.
team once. Let's play them again.
Their guards are just so good
Yeah.
at getting hot.
Yeah,
And,
I get that, right.
the guys that didn't score, much in the first half, we knew that they could get going. And
Yeah.
so we really put that an emphasis on that in the locker room of you can't let them get hot, can't let them get
Yeah.
rhythm shots, and I thought we guarded the three-point line extremely well.
I agree.
6 of 32.
Absolutely.
For a great shooting team. Coming into the game, they had multiple guys shooting about 40% from three, and we really put an emphasis on guarding the three-point line and making them put the ball on the floor.
And the range didn't matter either, did it? I mean, our guys, your guys shoot well, and
Yep.
some deep too.
Yep.
But man, 4 or 5 foot back.
Yep.
But like you said, I totally agree. Y'all closed out, did a great job on their threes, and it just showed. This is gonna be tough for you. Tough question here. I think it's gonna be tough. Is there 2 or 3 players tonight for you that stood out that made? And I know, of course, Deonte with 30.
Deonte with 30, but honestly, it's more than just the 30 points.
Right.
I thought he did a great job of just making the right play. He didn't force. He didn't force a lot.
Yes, sir.
He took the open one when it was there. He
Right.
got it off his hands, and then it came back to him. Within our offense, something that we pride ourselves on offensively. But then I thought John in the first half was huge.
Yeah.
Just kind of
Right.
being that steady scorer down low, kind of take over the paint for us
Right.
early on.
Yes, sir.
And then we kind of played off that, when they started bringing some help and getting it off his hands. And,
Right.
our guards stepped up after that.
Man, great. That sounds like great team effort.
Yeah.
And when you're talking about Deonte making the right decision, they seemed like they were doing three-quarter court press the whole time, and there's some great decision-making of breaking that, like you're saying. All right, here we go. Hardin-Simmons, another Abilene team coming to town. What's the priority the next day or two going into that game?
Man, they're an extremely well-coached team that is just going to they're going to come at you systematically. They're gonna run their stuff. They're gonna be great on the defensive end. They have some size. They got
Right.
some guys that can score the ball. They have
Right.
some matchups that are tough. With size and the ability to handle it and shoot it.
Right.
So it's going to be a defensive battle.
Right. Okay.
If I would guess, I think it's going to be 2 battles, on the defensive end, and kind of a slugfest of who can be tougher, who can rebound,
Awesome.
who can sit down in the stance and guard.
Right.
So, it's going to be a great game.
Got a little middle there too, huh?
Yeah.
Well, 5-5, you're back in the mix of
Yeah.
it. A couple more wins, boom, boom, you're up in the second. I mean, anything can happen. And so, congratulations.
Appreciate
we look
it.
forward to seeing you Saturday,
Yep.
Coach Wallace.
Thanks, Blaze.
Yep.